What's up, everybody? Well, what's up, nobody? Finally back camping again. Spent a week in bed. That was fun. I get all antsy and shit. I can't stand sitting at home, especially if I'm sitting there sick. It's a nice night. Kind of crisp, but we kind of what you gotta expect for this time of year. Yeah, it's a nice night. Cocksucker. Motherfucker. Stupid fucking shit. Pisses me off. Yeah, yucky, yucky. Nice night for a fire. Time to warm up. Time to get all nice and toasty. Cause I just don't give a fuck. What fell? My light. I need to get a little tripod. This is annoying as shit. Damn. That's what I'm talking about. Whoop whoop. I think it's supposed to get down in the upper 30s tonight. This little spot here. I got the fire going. Shit. My little shelter's nice and warm. Just gotta keep the fire going. all fucking night long. My job. I come out here to get away from shit and go camping and have fun. I spend half the time working, getting fucking firewood. Spent the whole freaking week in bed sick. I can't even believe I'm out here camping. Compared to how I felt on Sunday, shit, I feel like a million times better. I was like laying there in my chair thinking like, I hope I don't have to go to the fucking hospital. I don't think I got sick last year, but I did for sure the year before because I got sick on Christmas and had to go to the hospital. That was terrible. I got treated like shit at the hospital for no fucking reason. They're ready to ship me home at the hospital without even figuring out everything that was wrong with me. And I'm like sitting there like, why did I even come here? I had to come in by ambulance. I couldn't stop throwing up. This was like 2 years ago when I got sick and had to go to the hospital. I could not stop throwing up for days and days and days. Even when I had COVID back when it first came out and shit, I don't remember ever getting nauseous. I just remember getting sick as hell, feeling like I had pneumonia. Yeah. It's warm. Got the fire nice and close to my shoulder so it'll bring the heat inside more. And I angled the roof slightly so the smoke has somewhere to go. Left my shelter out here the last time I left. I don't even think it was raining. I just think I was lazy and didn't feel like tearing down my shelter. But it's supposed to start raining by 11 o'clock tomorrow. I'll either leave before that or leave after that. It's kind of fun camping when it's raining. If you got all your supplies, your wood and all that shit, it's kind of fun just kind of sitting here and beating the elements. But I've had a couple times I've been out here. I was down in the swampy area and I think it was 4th of July. I crashed out and it rained all night long when I was sleeping. And then I woke up later on in the afternoon and it was kind of sunny, so I'm getting ready to tear down all my shit. And it's like all of a sudden it gets cloudy again, starts raining. I'm just kind of sitting underneath my shelter waiting and waiting. And it's like screw it, I'm just going to go ahead and leave. Left my shelter and then I go to walk behind my shelter and there's like 4 or 5 inches of standing water and there's a current pushing the water and I knew I was in a lot of trouble at that point. I had to throw all my gear across a raging creek that could have swept me away easily. It's amazing how fast water can rise up around you. You don't even realize it until it's too late. So I try to stay out of the swampy area or camping on the other side of the swamp if it's going to rain because I don't want to get stranded. Call 911. I'm like, I'm a juggalo. I'm stuck out in the woods and shit. I'm stuck. I need a air rescue. I need an air rescue, a Juggalo. Come and get me. I sat there and walked through all that water. I was so scared that I was going to get swept away because I knew if I got swept away, I was going to get taken down to the river, and there's no way I would have ever been able to fight that current. So water is very dangerous if you don't watch what you're doing and where you're camping. And somewhere that's nice and dry one day could be under 4 or 5 feet of water the next day. Get words of wisdom from Keith. Camping with Keith, I'm a school you on camping in places that you're really not supposed to go. How things can go south really quick. Injuries, another thing that can make you really mess with your trip. I've cut my leg open pretty bad where I needed stitches. I just used super glue and I almost busted my fucking nose about 3 or 4 weeks ago. That was real fun. Hello, everybody. What's up, Reese? Well, it's a nice night tonight. It's not supposed to rain or nothing. Man, I made my supper earlier. That shit sucked. Fucking made chili. The beans sucked that I used. I use regular kidney beans whenever I make chili. That's what I use. These beans were terrible. And I put way too much fucking chili powder in it. That's all I could taste was chili powder. I actually dumped like half a bottle of it in there. Didn't realize how much I had put in there. So my chili turned out pretty bad. That's one of my, I guess, my first failed meals out here. I got some eggs. I'll make some scrambled eggs here a little bit later. Make some scrambled eggs before I go to bed. This is the best fire stick poker in the whole world. If you got get a fire stick poker, get one that's got a little bend on the end. You can drag stuff real easy like that. If you got one that's just straight, it's hard to move certain pieces of wood around. So now whenever I get a fire stick poker, I always make sure it's got a little bend on the end. So I got here, sat down for maybe a half hour, and then I ended up crawling all through down trees and stuff, just getting all kinds of wood. I was throwing the wood as far as I could, like a madman. What's up, Brandon? Hope everybody's having a blessed night, sitting somewhere that's nice and warm, spending time with loved ones, family, friends, whoever that may be. So where's all my stealth campers at? My juggalos, my freaks that like to go play in the woods. Where's all my wood burners at? Fucking cigarette. Beat my wood. Didn't sound right. I beat my firewood. I'm trying not to knock the phone down and everything else. I think I'm gonna put a nice piece of wood on, or put my all-nighter. I don't know what I should do. I think I'm gonna put on that all-nighter. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Big fat ass log. No smoke in here at all. That's awesome. It's awesome. That piece of wood is dry as hell. Shut up, dog. I love pissing off the neighbor dogs around here. I'm barking at them and shit. I got every dog barking now. Wait, like 10 seconds later, we hear the owner come out. Shut the fuck up! What's up, everybody? Welcome to Camping with Keith, Campfire Edition. Spent a whole week in bed, and I'm out the first day I start to feel better. I just want to know who the hell got me sick. either my ex-girlfriend or it was my went to my parents. They were sick too. I think a lot of people are sick, so I think it's going around. But I came back from camping the last time. The day after, I felt like somebody hit me with a fucking car. I hurt so bad from head to toe. It was like cold and hot at the same time. I mean, I felt like shit. I spent almost a week just sleeping, almost all day. Just slept all day, all night. It was terrible. My neighbor's sick too. You can hear them coughing like crazy. I don't think I had COVID. The only thing that makes me wonder if it was COVID is because my taste buds are they're fried. I can't taste shit. Anything I taste tastes so weird and fucked up. Everything tastes weird. Can't really smell anything. That's the only thing I remember COVID doing is just wiped out my taste buds and shit. Yeah, dude, I didn't feel sick or anything when I stopped by your place. I went home and the next day I felt terrible. That's I called my ex. I said, I think I'm gonna get sick. She's like, you ain't gonna get sick. It's like the next day I'm like hoping I don't have to go to the hospital. Kid didn't want to eat anything. I was just nitpicking at Jello cups and macaroni bowls, and that's about the only thing I even touched. Oh well, it is what it is. Yeah, probably did get on the bus. Usually people don't give a fuck if they're sick. They just get on the bus and ride it anyways. I hear somebody coughing or something. Sometimes I even just get up and move. It's like, yeah, I'm good on this, whatever you got. Yeah, but my chili was a bust. That's the first thing I made out here that turned out like shit. I thought I was gonna eat that chili all night long. Hell no, I couldn't even finish a bowl of it. I know I ain't using them kidney beans next time. I don't know why those things turned out almost like they were almost like hard. They weren't like soft like I thought kidney beans were supposed to be, especially after you cook them for over an hour straight. No, chili sucked. I've made chili out here before and it was fantastic, but this time I dumped way too much chili powder in it. I don't know how much. I guess I did put a lot of chili powder in there. I had some eggs. I'll make scrambled eggs tonight before I go to bed or some shit. I don't make chili that often. Just once in a blue moon, hell, like maybe once a year, if that. The chili's always best like the day after. Shit, after it's cooked for a long, long period of time and then soaked. Oh, and you know that credit card shit, bro? That stuff's legit, man. They're talking about taking me to Stark County Court and shit. It's fucked up. I spoke with somebody yesterday about it. Somebody opened a credit card up in my fucking name is what happened. And I am not going to pay anybody a fucking dime. They say I closed this credit card out in 2019. I've lived at my place since 2016. And the whole time I was homeless, not once did I ever have a credit card. If I did, I would have went and got a hotel room. I would have fucking went out and ate some hot dinners and shit like that when I was homeless. I sure as fuck would have remembered having a credit card then. Yeah, it's fucking. Mom's sitting there and I call my ex and I'm like, look, man, this shit's legit. I told you, man. It was just they had too many facts for it just to be some kind of scam. But I got scammed. Somebody, like I said, opened a credit card in my fucking name is what it is. I want to know how they got all my personal information. They called my stepdad the day before yesterday because he calls me up a half hour after I talked to my ex. She's like, don't call your mom, just let it go. My stepdad calls me and I thought it was about my truck. And he goes, I got a question. Have anybody any complaints against you? Like, what the fuck you talking about? Complaints? He goes, well, I got a weird phone call. And I'm like, don't even tell me. I said, they got a case number and blah, blah. And he goes, yep. And I'm like, these motherfuckers, I swear to God, I don't even know how they got my stepdad's number. They told him that I had him as an emergency contact. I've never in my lifetime used my stepdad or anybody in my family as an emergency contact. Never have I used anybody in my family as an emergency contact. So I know that's bullshit there. So I just want to know how they got all my personal information, like every fucking thing, and how in the hell, if I can't get a credit card for myself because my credit's so bad, how could somebody else get a credit card in my name and open it up just casually? And some bank's gonna give it to somebody that don't have a fucking job. And yeah, I was since the age of 21. I had health issues, and my bills got out of control, and they fucked up my credit. And it was so bad that when I moved into an apartment in my mid 30s, I wasn't with any type of housing. It was just straight out of pocket. They made me pay 8 months in advance to move into this apartment building. The rent was like $800. I spent like a lot of fucking money to move into that apartment. Paid 8 months in advance. They can't touch my social security. I already looked into that. That's a different entity. You can't sue people and garnish SSI payments, so they can't threaten me in that regard. I'm not really scared of. There's nothing they could say that would put the fear of anything in me. Because they want to play some games, I'll play some fucking games. Because I thought the first time I talked with somebody, they said it was a Barnett Visa. Now they're saying it's a Capital One Visa. I called Capital One yesterday trying to speak with somebody, see if they had any records of me ever having an account with them for anything. And they're like, what's your telephone number? I'm like, if I give you my telephone number, that ain't going to help. I said, I never opened an account with you. I just said somebody saying I had a credit card through Capital One, and I want to see if there's any record of you guys ever knowing about anything like that. So I looked at the Federal Trade Commission. I'm going to contact this other shit too. I looked into a lot of shit that night when I figured out what was going on because that one voicemail. So I told her, I said, let it go to court. She goes, well, I don't want it to go to court. I'm like, well, fuck, I do. I said, so I can sit there in front of a judge and be like, look, bro, I ain't ever in my lifetime had a credit card. Well, at least when I was 21, I had one, but that's 31 years ago, and I haven't had one since. I'll straight up tell a judge that. It's like, hell, you can look back at my history or credit or whatever, and you're going to see that I've never dealt with credit cards because I don't trust them. They'll tell you got to make a monthly payment. Your monthly payment is nothing but an interest rate that you're paying on, and you never pay off your balance. You just keep paying your interest rate. That's why I don't like credit cards, because they're just a scam. I ain't paying nobody a dime. I don't care what they say. Oh, just you want to pay us $5 a month? No, there's nothing coming out of my pocket for shit. I told her to let it go to court. It's the first things out of my mouth was, it's like, let's make this shit official. Let's go to court. So this ain't a criminal offense. No, it's a civil matter. Let's go to civil court. There's criminal court and civil court. Well, I say let's go to civil court. If you guys are defrauding somebody and this is your little scam, then you're the one that have to worry about going to court, not me. It's just nowadays people are grimy and just fucking dirty as shit. Steal from you, they don't fucking care. Ruin your life, people don't give a fuck as long as they're better off themselves. I've never really did anything grimy to anybody. I like a karma thing I've always kind of believed in. I think there was one thing I did that I didn't like, that I shouldn't have done, but I was doing these hippie festivals and shit. I was going to the one campground all the time, and this girl that was there, she walked away and left her backpack there. Well, that backpack sat at my campsite the whole entire fucking weekend. So I just took it with me and went home with it. I should have just left it there, but I figured somebody was going to take it. I got home and was looking through it, and there was some medicine in there for the person. I'm like, oh, that's great. So I felt like shit when I did that one time. That was just... I'm pretty sure if my backpack sat at somebody's campsite for a whole entire weekend, they would walk off with my shit too. Another thing too, if I would have had a credit card when I filed for my SNAP benefits and shit, they would have asked me about a credit card that I didn't claim that I had or had in the past or some shit like that. I would have had to tell them that shit. So my whatever would have came up, it would have showed right away that I have a credit card. And when I was trying to get food stamps and shit at the same time, I don't even know when the hell I got. I don't know. I had SNAP benefits way before I moved into my place. Man, that light, I bet you, is getting ready to die. Seems like it's getting dim. Freaking hanging over right where the fire is now. Every time I leave, I gotta wipe this flashlight off the soot. It was beautiful out tonight. Shit, that moon's a full moon, bright as hell. Waiting for the wolves to come out. What's up, Maria? Am I cold or something? I don't know. I'm sitting outside and it's like 38 degrees or some shit, but I'm sitting next to a fire. So no, I'm not cold. I'm just busy doing something. No, I'm sitting right next to a fire. I don't live in the woods, Dingleberry. I come out here for to get away from come out here to get away from shit. My neighbors and shit get on my nerves, so I come out here usually once a night or once a week, sometimes twice, especially in the nice summer days or summer evenings. I come out here and sit. I've never been out here 2 nights in a row. I probably will do that at some point. But the amount of time I spend getting firewood for one night to do that for 2 days in a row, that would suck. So my hat's off to all these people that are homeless out there that have no choice but to live in something like this or live outside. I mean, there's plenty of people on YouTube that they say they're homeless and shit. Whether they really are or not, it's the new thing where you say you're homeless and people want to watch you and shit just because they're curious. Ain't nothing, no lavish lifestyle of being a homeless person. There's a tent that I think's abandoned. It's been sitting there, no movement. There's no sign of activity. The tent's been there for probably about 3 weeks now, and I think when I leave, I'm gonna walk up to it and yell and see if anybody's in there. Because if there's somebody in there that's dead, that's gonna suck. I don't know what the hell I'm gonna do. Call 911. So I just found a dead body again. It's a little tent, meant probably like for 1 or 2 people. It would fit perfectly underneath one of these shelters I make. I could crawl in that at night and go to sleep for a few hours and not have to worry about the bugs crawling on me. Yeah, I found a dead body in my backyard. I was trying to take out I got a video on my YouTube channel. If you go back to the early days of my posting, you'll see there's 2 or 3 parts of the video. It's kind of gruesome, but there's no blood or nothing like that. It's sad. I was walking out to take the trash out and walked by. It looked like a pile of clothes in our backyard, and I didn't have my glasses on or anything like that. So at the moment I wasn't really paying attention. But then I came back by. I looked more closely, and I could tell. I could see an arm and a leg and shit. And I walked up. I'm like, hey bro, you in the wrong backyard. I'm like, bro. I'm like, I take my foot and go to move him, and stiff as a board. I'm like, nope. Oh hell, fuck no. So I go inside, and this lady that's working on the apartment above me, she's coming downstairs, getting ready to go outside. I'm like, I wouldn't go outside. There's a dead body out back. She's like, bullshit. I'm like, no, there is a dead fucking body out back of the apartment. She goes outside, comes in freaking out, running upstairs, and so within, I'd say, 20 minutes, our apartment was cordoned off with caution tape. They had inspectors out there, and it was insane. That's the first dead body I was like ever around. Shit. Other than going to a funeral. Said dude ended up getting robbed. They tried to say he overdosed at first. Because I already knew that was bullshit. The dude didn't nod out and die. He fucking was robbed, and they dumped their body in the backyard. Yeah, city life ain't it grand? I love living in the city. Poking in my fucking head. Oh, that's better. I can't believe I've been out here all summer and not once seen one other person that I could camp in or doing anything like I do. The whole time I've been coming back here, I've never seen anybody like that. I seen somebody camping out here and they were cool. I might go up to their campsite and hang out for a little bit and smoke with them or some shit, but if I was just sitting here and somebody comes stumbling onto my campsite in the middle of the night, first thing I'm gonna do is probably reach for my axe and my machete. Always got my shit right next to me. Figure out what to do with all this empty cans I got. Get a trash bag or something. From Ohio. Canton, Ohio. Live right in the smack dab in the middle of the city. These woods here, I used to live next door to this place, and I used to come back here a lot when I lived with my sister just to get away from her and her son, the constant fighting. I'd come back here just for peace and quiet. And then when I started having issues with my neighbors, I just kind of remembered this place and came here the one night. And ever since then, I've been coming out here like once a week. It's peaceful. You might hear some deer snorting at you in the middle of the night. You might hear an owl. You might hear a raccoon scurrying around doing some shit, but usually that's about all you'll hear. I heard yipping the one night, and I'm pretty sure that might have been a coyote, but it wasn't right next to me. But there was the one night I heard growling, and I did get up. Luckily, I had my M80s on me, and I just chucked an M80 in that direction, and I didn't hear nothing else. But I need to get me some more of them bangers, because those are nice just to have in case of an emergency, I guess. You want to need to blow some shit up. Y'all haven't blown off an M80 or a quarter stick in a few months at least now. Shit. I had to get another freaking chair. I don't know if I like living in this. I'd rather live out in the country like I did when I was younger. I lived on 188 acres when I was 5 and 6 years old. Actually, probably from the age of 4 to 6, maybe 7. Lived out on 188 acres. I loved that as a kid, but there wasn't no kids to play with anywhere, so you had to it was hard to find somebody to hang out with, especially when your nearest neighbor is like a mile away from you. Yeah, the city's alright. It's got its advantages if you need to go to the store. Shit like that. I mean, it's nice to live in a city, but outside of that, no, I'd rather live in the country. Fucking heartburn. Man, I like keeping my feet up next to the fire, but if I don't watch it, it'll freaking melt the bottom of my boots off. I already ruined one pair of shoes out here. Actually, two. Melting the bottom of my shoes. I melted the bottom of one pair of boots right off. I didn't realize that there was an issue until I went to walk. My right foot felt super spongy, and I realized that the tread was gone. I just gotta get some new shoelaces for my boots. Something happened to my left boot. I was trying to tie my shoelaces leaving today, and I was getting pissed off, man. So I gotta get a new pair of shoelaces for my boots, and boot laces. Well, shit, everybody, I think I'm gonna get off here, relax for the rest of the night, and chill, and probably post some more videos. And that'll be posting at the end of the probably next 3 or 4 days. My bad. But yeah, I'm gonna hop off here and maybe end up making me them eggs before I go to bed. What time is it? It's probably about 10. Alrighty, folks. Hope you guys have a blessed night, blessed evening. Spend time with people you love and care about most in life, because trust me, as you get older, that time flies way too fast. It seems like in a blink of an eye, you're going to be sitting on your deathbed hoping and praying that you live your life to the fullest. I'm 51 years old now, and I'm doing more with my life now than I ever did even as I was younger. So, no regrets, people, no regrets. You guys have a blessed night, blessed evening, and you guys stay safe. Peace.